almost 20 years. You heard a little bit about me. We built software companies for most of my career, and the theme was around building great teams, because you don't get a nice introduction like that. I think everyone in this room can agree, unless you had great teams, great team members. And a lot of those teams were from India, or they were with Indian Americans in the US. And so I've always had a very special place in my heart for India. And I recently also took on a role as the chairman of the India-US Small and Medium Enterprise Business Council, which helps companies from India expand to the US and companies from the US expand to India. So I guess I am somewhat of a global nomad. I've spent a good part of my career doing business overseas. Sometimes I'm more comfortable outside my country than within it. But when I'm in my country, we basically, after we built a number of those software companies and found them good homes with HP and IBM and NASDAQ and the New York Stock Exchange, I looked at the landscape of commercial real estate and said, wow, this is an industry where a lot of folks use pencils and paper pads. What if we went into this industry and used data analytics and technology to really find a better way to source properties that paid rent? You don't want to say that out loud, which I just did, because everyone's going to say, why didn't you double my money, Joe? Right? But that is what we tried to do. My goal for this company is from every continent. That is my dream. I'm going from here to Saudi Arabia, where I'm sitting down with investors in numerous meetings. I started my career in Japan, right? We have American investors, we have European investors, we have Latin American investors. That is truly my personal goal, is that we can offer this to investors in every continent. Likewise, I want to invest in every continent as well. I like to be a part of everyone. We will continue to drive that return higher as we continue to challenge ourselves to buy better, to operate better, to leverage more technology, to add better team members, and have more fun with it. If we're not having fun, those 15, 16-hour flights can...
Different projects or businesses you're coming up with?
We see tons of classes, for sure. We haven't done multifamily yet. I looked at people aren't, that we can overproduce the rest of the market.
I'm really delighted to be here today at Sheraton Hotel Gachibowli to attend this Indo American Business Meet 2022, which has been organized by City High Life magazine of Hyderabad. And in fact, Hyderabad, as you know, is one of the fastest developing states in the country, and we are drawing huge foreign investment in Hyderabad. And it's all thanks to our Honorable and Chief Minister, Shri K. Chandrasekhar Rao Sahab, who is a visionary, and also our young and dynamic leader, Shri K.T. Rama Rao Sahab. And we are really, honored and privileged to have the delegation from United States today in Hyderabad, consisting of Mr. Joseph, who is the chairman, managing director of Concorde Holdings LLC, and also Mr. Makhtari, who has brought them to Hyderabad. And it is in fact a great opportunity for the businessmen from Hyderabad and also the investors from Hyderabad, and vice versa, to connect with each other and take the business forward. And as you all know, Telangana in fact is considered as the safest destination, and Mr. Joseph of Concorde Group has come to Hyderabad to invite the businessmen from the state of Telangana to come and visit United States. And I'm also glad to know that so many sponsors and so many associates like the Star Life Hyderabad and all others have been associated with this, and I've seen so many sponsors also coming forward to sponsor such events. Thank you very much.
So hi friend, this is Sudha Jain and right now I'm at Sheraton Hotel, and you know every time is something specially come down, and this time also Mac Tariq is coming up with this glamour and business meeting together, and especially I enjoyed a lot because Mr. John from US is a very big investor in a property, and right now he's want to fly with his wing to India also, and in India is like Hyderabadi hub, and everyone knows that Hyderabad is something which adapt everyone, is like a city where you can flourish, a city where can you enjoy everything. So we are also looking forward for the more good investors, and especially for the property, and this Concorde group is now decided to invest in Hyderabad in properties and lot of other ventures also. So let's see, is there some new kind of a venture and rocking one, and especially a media support, and especially a beautiful ramp walk with beautiful clothing by Mr. Vastu from Kolkata. I just loved it.